Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. It's 2026 now, so I'm going to go over the top 10 courses I played in 2025 now that the year's officially done. Isn't going to be pure rankings. There's going to be some great courses that get left out, some courses that maybe aren't as great on the lists that I include. It's everything from the vibe there to the trip I took. How I played is going to factor in. But then obviously the rankings are going to come into play. I got to play a lot of great ones. And so starting off, I want to talk about some of the courses that didn't make the list. Three in particular. One was Ely in Fife, Scotland. It's 16 par fours and two par threes. It's got some of the best views in Scotland. And it was really an incredible course. I really enjoyed it. Quite frankly, I don't know how it didn't make my top 10. Then there was also Baltusrol Upper. More on that later because the lower does make the list. But it was an incredible course, and I just didn't include both of them in the top 10. And then the last one was probably the course I played the most, and that is Sullivan County Golf Club. If you've been watching my channel, you know I signed up for a membership there. It's the first time I've ever been a member. And it's a really, really cool golf course. It's a 9-hole in the Catskills. And if you ever get a chance to go out and play it, do it because it's a lot of fun. It's in its infancy, even though it's 100 years old. Author Tom Coyne came in and with a team of people, he's redoing it. And so yeah, I mean, it was a great course. It just didn't quite make the top 10 for 2025. And with that being said, let's get into it. Number 10, Palm Beach National. Went down to Palm Beach last January and had an absolutely amazing time. Lots of great golf down there. I think it's simultaneously a perfectly rated and underrated destination. People know about it, but I don't really hear a lot of people talking about taking golf trips down there. There's lots of good golf, and nothing is more buddies trip than the Nash. They give you a shot of rum if it's your first time there right before you tee off. That was pretty cool. And then just the vibes of everyone going there to just enjoy the game of golf. Sometimes it's not about rankings or about, the game you're playing, how much money you win, anything like that. Sometimes it's about just going out on a course and enjoying time with your buddies, which I was able to do there. They do a lot of work to make sure that you have a good time, that the course is in good shape, and it's just about as solid a buddies trip golf course as there can be. That's how it comes in at number 10 on my list. Number 9, London. This is on the southern coast of Fife in Scotland. It is basically on the same piece of property as Leven Golf Club. They used to be combined, and then they split up. London is number one. It has the best putting green in golf. It's on this cliff overlooking the ocean. The course is true link style, and when you go to Scotland, there's a list of, there's plenty of bucket list courses. There's plenty of like hidden gems. I don't hear a ton about, going over to London. It is the quintessential Scottish experience. It's a really solid course. It's got a lot of unique features. You go play up on a plateau. You play along the ocean. The last 4 holes were straight into the wind. It's got a template hole, which is ironically called the Leven, even though it's not the Leven course anymore. And if you're going to Scotland, find a course like London or go play London, because you'll get a way more authentic Scottish experience there than you would at, say, North Berwick or the Old Course. Number 8, Bethpage Red. Right before the Ryder Cup, I went to Bethpage and slept in the parking lot to try and play the black. It ended up selling out. And I've played the black before. I've gotten kicked in the teeth. It's a sweet golf course, although it was a lot easier when they played it for the Ryder Cup because they cut all the rough out. But when I was there, I'd slept in the parking lot. I was like, I got to do something. And I was able to get a tee time at the red. The red might be better than the black. I know if you ask a lot of local people, they'll say, oh, yeah, I'd rather play the red. I mean, it is a little easier. It's easier, but it's still very, very difficult. I played with a father and son who were really good, so I joined them at the tips, which was way too much golf course for me. But I think it has more interesting holes than the black. The black is long. It is very, very difficult. But the red's a little bit more of a golf course. And so it's more fun for people at my level to play. while still being an incredible challenge. Number 7, and it makes me sad this isn't higher, the Muni in Charleston. If you don't know, the Muni is the municipal there. For a long time, it got a lot of play. It kind of got run into the ground. And then this guy, Troy Miller, comes in and says, what if we redesign it with nothing but like Seth Rayner template holes? And so I did a video on it. I'll link it up here. It might be the coolest golf course I've ever played. They don't they do the templates, but they do their own spin on them, which is the whole point of templates. That's what Rayner actually did, right? It's not, oh, these are the 18 best holes in golf. Like this is 17 at St. Andrews or whatever. They do have a road hole, but they take the template of the road hole. And there's not actually a road on it. And it's a really unique golfing experience. You get to play some absolutely phenomenal holes. And I think I paid like $65 for it. So it comes in at number 7. It honestly should be higher. It might be one of my favorite golf courses I've ever played. I'm going to do 5 and 6 together because they're both in North Berwick. And it's the West Links and the East Links. The East Links are now called the Glen Club. And the West Links is what everyone knows. That's where Redan is. That's where perfection is. It's got, the best back nine in golf. The front nine is good. I don't know that it's tough because the back nine is just so great. But the front nine is very good. The East Links has 18 great holes. Does it have the pedigree of the West Links? No, it does not. Does it have all the like incredible architecture? No. But it has 18 very good golf holes. And that's something that I don't think you can say about the West Links. Now, the West Links is ranked, top 10, top 20 in the world. It is that good. Go play it if you get a chance. But in my list, I'm going to put the West Links at 6. I'm going to put the East Links at 5. So if you disagree with me, which I assume most people will, go ahead and throw in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. Number 4, Baltusrol Lower. So in an event with the Golfers Journal, I got to go play both Baltusrol courses. I think it's the first time I've played a really like private course. And yeah, you see why it's that good. I think it's hosted like on property like 13 major championships. It might be 13 US Opens. And no. I think it's 13 majors and like 7 or 8 US Opens. It doesn't matter. It's a Tillinghast, just like Bethpage. I really, really enjoy playing Tillinghast courses. Also, I've got a video coming up. Didn't make the list, but I played the first ever Island Green. It's a course in kind of outside Philadelphia called Galen Hall, and it's where the Island Green came from. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and mash that subscribe button. I've got a couple more courses coming out. And then if you think this list is good, 2026 is going to be just incredible. But Baltusrol Lower, it's a major championship venue. It's hard. It's in perfect condition. And the club is just the best club I've ever been to. It was immaculate. Quick plug for the Golfers Journal. If you don't know what that is, go to thegolfersjournal.com. You get a great periodical. It's like a quarterly magazine with great pictures and stories about golf. And then you get a chance to play some of the nicest courses on earth, which is how I've played quite a few. Number 3, Crail Golfing Society, the Balcomi Links. Crail, I think, was a par 68. It had some of the most incredible par 3s. It required every shot in your bag. It was right on the water, just beautiful, beautiful links right outside St. Andrews. And when I think of Scottish golf, I said it about, London, said it about Ely, a lot of those courses in Fife are, you can't go wrong. But for me, Crail was it was so unique. I've never played a golf course like it. I think it had 6 par 3s and maybe only 1 or 2 par 5s. Actually, I think it might have had back-to-back par 5s. You go up and down the hill, but it had every different kind of golf hole, every different kind of golf shot, and just it's one of those where you walk off 18 and you're like, I need to go play that one hole again. And then you realize you're saying that about all 18 holes. And that's the sign to a truly great golf course for me, is when everything they do is right. And Crail is that in spades. Number 2, Royal Dornoch. I went up north for one day during my Scotland trip to play Royal Dornoch. I played it for like don't know, 15 pounds or something. I was I think the last day of their winter rates. It was 60 degrees and sunny. Again, this video's on the video for all of these except for Baltusrol are on my channel. So go check them out. Just incredible golf courses. But Dornick, I'm a big Donald Ross guy. Obviously, I love Pinehurst. If you watch the channel, and you can see where he got all his design philosophies from. There's just incredible golf holes there. 14, I think, is Foxy. That's the uh, maybe the most famous hole there. And there's no bunkers, and they play with the ripples of the land and the angles. You get to play up on bluffs overlooking the sea. There's gorse everywhere, and every single golf hole is just all time. It's consistently ranked top 5 in the world, and you can see why. Dornick is absolutely as good as it gets. Um, maybe the most well-designed golf course I've ever played. Number 1, and I know it's gimmicky, but I get it now. It's the Old Course at St. Andrews. From driving into the town to teeing off on the first hole, the Old Course was, I knew every hole. I'd played them on video games. I'd watched all the opens, and then you're out there and you're just living in history. And on top of that, to have all the history, to know all the holes, it's the closest thing to playing Augusta that I'm ever going to get. And it's as good as you imagine it being. But it's still playable. The greens are really big. There's no out of bounds really. And it was an experience of being there and being in probably the most famous spot in golf and getting to play those holes, getting to, I hit a pretty tight draw over the Old Course Hotel, which was awesome. And then I flubbed my hybrid, and I think I made a double on the hole. That's tough. But St. Andrews is just the best golfing experience you can have. When you walk down 18, you walk over the Swilken Bridge, you take your picture. That might have been the most depressed I've ever been in golf, knowing that it was over. And I would go back a million times just to play the Old Course. Every single time you play it, you can get different lines in. Depending on where the pins are, you're asked to hit different shots. And if you mess up, it's wide enough open that you could still play. That's the difference between, say, a Baltusrol or Bethpage, or when I play Pinehurst number 2 is, although Pinehurst number 2 is pretty good, but a lot of these courses, if you're not playing great golf, it's going to eat you alive. The Old Course, what makes it so amazing and what makes it kind of the prototypical great golf course is that, 25 handicappers can go play it. And they can hit the shots and they can walk away with their, 102 or whatever, and they can feel like they played it like their local muni. Or you could be great and you could go try and put up a score, and it's challenging and you have to hit all the shots. And I really haven't played another golf course like that really caters to every type of golfer, gives all of them the experience they want, and leaves everyone wanting to come back for more. So that's it. That's my top 10 for 2025. It was an amazing year to start this channel. Thank you so much for your support, and tune in because 2026 is going to be even better.